Hello everyone, I am Madhusmeeta. Today I am going to provide my analysis on the transportation domain. This project is part of the Resume Project Challenge 13, which is provided by the Code Basics. For this project, here I have used SQL, MySQL, Excel and Power BI. The datasets is given by Code Basics. Let's explore my analysis. For this project, the agenda is problem statement, background, project overview, data model, dashboard showcase, primary analysis and insights, secondary analysis and recommendations, ad hoc request analysis with the thank note. Problem statement. Goodcabs, a cab service company, operates in 10 two-tier cities in India and supports local drivers while providing the excellent service to the passengers. The company has set an ambitious growth and passenger satisfaction targets for 2024. The Chief of Operations needs immediate insights into key performance metrics including trip volume, passenger satisfaction, repeat passenger rate, trip distribution, and balance between new and repeat passengers. However, due to the analytic manager unavailability, the task has been assigned to me. Let's analyze the metrics and deliver actionable insights. Goal. The goal of this project is to deliver the actionable insights on Goodcap's performance in 10 two-tier cities by analyzing the key metrics, identify the growth opportunities by understanding the trip trends, enhance passenger satisfaction through target improvements, and so on. The data overview. In the data overview, here it contains only 6 months of data. Now it contains city-specific details for location-based analysis, provide date-specific details for time-based analysis, then aggregate monthly summary of total new and repeat passenger by city, the aggregate background. This is the data model for the given dataset. Dashboard overview.
This is the dashboard home page where it contains three pages like passenger analysis, trip analysis and performance overview with the earliest refresh rate. Let's check with the passenger analysis. Here in passenger analysis, here we have the pop-up filter bar with four pages including the home page. The new visual card matrix visual with which shows the repeat passenger rate by frequency, clustered line column chart which shows new and repeat passenger with total trip by city, one bar chart which shows the repeat passenger rate by city, two line chart shows monthly repeat passenger rate, and another line chart shows the average driver rating with average passenger rating with the slicer bar. Next, move to the trip analysis. Here in trip analysis, we have the new card visual. The pie chart shows the between the distribution category and the day type slicer. Then come to the matrix visual which shows the pricing efficiency by city. Here the stacked bar visual which shows the average passenger and driver rating by city. The slicer between trips and revenue. The revenue shows in just say revenue and the trip distribution by month it shows in the line chart, and the revenue and trip distribution by city is shows in the bar chart. Now here in the stacked bar chart it shows the total trip by day type over time. Let's move to the performance overview. In performance overview, here we have the actual with the target with total trip, new passenger, total fare, average passenger rating, and the total distance traveled is 3 million. Repeat passenger rate percentage will be 23.08. Now here this visual shows the slicer between the total trip, total passenger, revenue, total distance traveled, repeat passenger, new passenger and average passenger rating. Now all this shows the average passenger rating by month and the average passenger rating by city. These two are the line chart here, and one matrix visual which shows the monthly target achievement by city, where we use TA as the target achievement and TD as the target difference. And the monthly revenue growth rate by city shows by a column chart, where the positive bar shows a green color and the negative bar shows the red color. And another matrix visual which shows the passenger and demanded month by city. Let's move to the home page.
You can see my live dashboard over here. Primary questions. Top and bottom performing cities. Identify the top 3 and bottom 3 cities by total trips over the entire analysis period. Now, in the entire analysis period, the top 3 cities are Jaipur with 77,000 total trip, followed by Lucknow with 64,000 total trips, and Surat 55,000 total trips. Now, in bottom 3 cities are Visakhapatnam with 28,000 total trips, then followed by Coimbatore 21,000 total trips, followed by Mysore 16,000 total trips. Average fare per trip by city. Now, Jaipur has the highest average fare per trip at Rs 483.92, potentially due to the longer trip or the premium pricing. Surat and Vadodara have the lowest average fare per trip at 117 rupees 27 paise, with 11 average trip per distance, and average fare per kilometer is 10.66, indicating the shorter trip or more competitive pricing. Cities like Kochi and Chandigarh show the mid to high average fares, suggesting a balance of trip length and pricing strategy. Calculate the average passenger and driver rating for each city segmented by passenger type, which is new and repeated. Identify the cities with the highest and the lowest average rating. Now here in the highest average passenger rating is 8.99 for the city Kochi, and the highest average driver rating is 8.99 is for the city Jaipur. The lowest average passenger rating is 7.98 for the city Lucknow, and the average driver rating in lowest is 6.99 for the city Lucknow. For repeated passenger, the highest average passenger rating is 8 and highest average driver rating is 8.99 for the city Visakhapatnam, and the lowest average passenger rating is 5.98 for Vadodara, and average driver rating is 6.48 for the city Surat. For each city, identify the month with highest total trip and the month with the lowest total trips. Now, as per city, the Chandigarh, the highest demanded month is February and the lowest demand month is April. In Coimbatore, the highest month is March and the lowest is June. In Indore, the highest month is May and the lowest demanded month is June. In Jaipur, the highest demanded month is February and the lowest demanded month is June. In Kochi, the highest demanded month is May and the lowest demanded month is June. In Lucknow, the highest demanded month in February and the lowest demanded month is May. In Mysore, the highest demanded month is May and the lowest demanded month is January. In Surat, Vadodara and Visakhapatnam, the highest demanded month is April. In Surat, the lowest demanded month is January. In Vadodara, the lowest demanded month is June. And in Visakhapatnam, the lowest demanded month is January. Identify cities with a strong preference for either weekend or weekday trips to understand the demand variations. Now, as for the bar graph shows here, the cities with high weekend demand are Mysore and Jaipur have higher percentage of trips during weekends. Now, in Kochi and Indore shows the balanced demand indicating the weekend activities. Cities with high weekday demand is Lucknow has a strong weekday demand suggesting more commute or business related trips during the work. Balanced demand like the cities like Chandigarh and Visakhapatnam have nearly equal trips volume on weekdays as well as weekends. Identify which cities contribute most to higher trip frequencies among repeat passengers and examine if there are distinguishable patterns between the tourism focused and business focused cities. Now here as per the trips, the cities like Visakhapatnam have highest trip to trip is 51.25. For each city, evaluate monthly performance against targets for total trips, new passengers, and average passenger rating. Determine if each metric met, exceed, or missed the target. Calculate the percentage difference. Now here as per the trip achievement and the target different percentage, the cities like Jaipur, Kochi and Mysore exceeds the target average passenger rating, rather all the cities are missed the target. Identify the top two and bottom two cities based on their repeat passenger rate percentage to determine which location have the strongest and the weakest rates. Similarly, analyze the repeat passenger rate percentage by month across all the cities and identify the months with the highest and the lowest repeat passenger rate percentage. Now, as per city, here we have the top two repeat passenger rate percentage will be Surat followed by Lucknow with the repeat passenger rate percentage 42.63% followed by 37.12%. Now in top 2 months as per repeat passenger rate percentage is May and June. In the month of May, the repeat passenger rate will be 33.47 percentage and in the month of June it's 29.76 percentage. Let's bottom two repeat passenger rate percentage. Now here in bottom two, the cities are Mysore with 11.23% followed by Jaipur 17.43 percentage. Now as per month, in month of January, the repeat passenger rate percentage is 18.68% and followed by the month of February 20.8.3 percentage. Secondary questions. Factors influencing the repeat passenger rates. Now, the passenger satisfaction, competitive pricing, socio-economic trends, lifestyle habit, these are the factors depend influence the repeat passenger rate percentage. Tourism versus business demand impact. Now, the event correlations, the tourism hotspots and the business hubs, these three factors depend the tourism and the business demand impact. Emerging mobility trends and the Goodcabs adoption. Now, analyze the development in mobility nets passenger preference for green energy, and the uptake of the electric vehicles. Now, adoption of electric vehicles in the Tier 2 cities are increasingly choosing the environmentally friendly transportation. EVs have the potential to save the operating expense and attract the eco-aware travelers. Now, sustainability focused low emissions and ride sharing solutions are preferred by environmentally aware travelers. These are the factors which depend on emerging the mobility trend adoption. Partnership opportunities with local businesses. Now, partners with hotels, it provides a reliable transportation for guests, gaining the consistent demand for the tourists and the business travelers. They collaborate with the shopping malls, tie up with the event venues, tourism partnership, loyalty program, dedicated branding zone, integrate technology. These things are strengthen the local business with the Goodcab. Data collection for enhanced data-driven decisions. Now understand the customer behavior, improve the operational efficiency, stay ahead with the market trend, boost the financial performance, leverage the advanced tools. These all the things are imposed with the enhanced data-driven decisions for the code cap. Ad hoc business request. Generate a report that displays the total trips, average fare per kilometer, average fare per trip, and the percentage contribution of each city's trips to the overall trips. This report will help in accessing trip volume, pricing efficiency, and each city's contribution to overall trip count. Now this is the resultant. In this particular report here we can find the total trip at Jaipur is 76,888 and the lowest in Mysore is 16,238. Now if we go for the price average fare per kilometer, here the average fare per kilometer as lowest is 10.29 in Vadodara, and as of highest it goes to the Jaipur 16.12. Now average fare per trip likewise. Generate a report that evaluates the target performance for trips at the monthly and city level for each city and month. Compare the actual total trips with the target trips and categorize the performance as follows. If actual trip are greater than the target trip, mark it as above target. If actual trip are less than or equal to the target trip, mark it as below target. Additionally, calculate the percentage difference, the actual trip and target trip quantities and find the gap. Now, this is the resultant over here with the performance status, percentage difference with month name, actual trip and target trip. You can find the query in the GitHub. Generate a report that shows the percentage distribution of repeat passengers by the number of trips they have taken in each city. Calculate the percentage of repeat passengers who took 2 trips, 3 trips and so on up to 10 trips. Each column should represent a trip count category displaying the percentage of repeat passengers who fall into that category out of the total trip passengers for that city. Now this is the resultant of these questions. The query you can find out in the GitHub repository. Generate a report that calculates the total new passengers for each city and rank them based on this value. Identify the top 3 cities with the highest number of new passengers as well as the bottom 3 cities with the lowest number of new passengers, categorizing them as top 3 or bottom 3 accordingly. Now this is the resultant. Here we find the table, the column name like city name, total passengers and the city category. The bottom 3 cities are Coimbatore, Vadodara, Surat, and the top 3 cities are Jaipur, Kochi and Chandigarh. Generate a report that identifies the month with the highest revenue for each city For each city, display the month name, the revenue amount for that month, and the percentage contribution of that month revenue to the city's total revenue. Now this is the result where the columns like city name, highest revenue for the month, revenue, and the percentage contribution. Generate a report that calculate two metrics: monthly repeat passenger rate. Calculate the repeat passenger rate per each city and the month by comparing the number of repeat passengers with the total passengers. City with repeat passenger rate. Calculate the overall repeat passenger rate for each city considering all the passenger across the month. Now this is the result. You can find the query in the GitHub repository. I hope you all like it. Thank you for your time and attention you give. If you have any question, feel free to connect me on LinkedIn or mail.